Hello everyone, welcome back to day 3 of this thing. Last video I said that I knew that the 3 weeks that the government promised for schools to get shut down was false, as now it is pushed to January. I knew it, I called it, and yeah, it's always gonna be complete bullcrap. I said I wouldn't want to get into politics, but honestly, I don't care what party's saying it. I don't like it. um, it could be Republican, Democratic, or Independent. I don't care. It's false, and that's all I can say. Right now, I've decided I'm going to play video games while talking, so just as a test to see. So, a bit of a new thing there. I do want to talk about the Series X and PS5 launch as well, because they were very anticlimactic, which was interesting because the PS5 and Xbox, or PS4 and Xbox One, were incredibly popular when they launched. They were huge consoles. Everybody was like, "Oh, which one should I get?" And well, the problem was, they were both really good, and it made it hard for people to choose. And that was actually good, though. But now it's like people are really set on which console they want. Some have exclusive games, or can play more games, or have some features that the other ones don't, or that the other one doesn't. But the launch itself was really just out of the blue. It came out of like nowhere, and it felt like something felt off about it. So, just because I didn't even know when it released, to be honest. I thought, I thought it had released like a while before I actually thought it did, or even a little bit after. I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna release in a little bit, and then I checked it, and it released that the day before I checked. So, like, they didn't even really announce a release date or anything, which was interesting because normally with video games or video game consoles, you expect a release date. They tell you, yeah, it's coming out on this day, get ready. And I didn't hear anything. Of course, I saw PS4 and Xbox Series X ads. But it didn't give me anything, It was just like, oh yeah, they exist, buy them. Which was really weird. Because I would have expected a big launch, a bunch of like promotion, ads and stuff, and that just didn't happen. Obviously, with COVID, that is a little harder. Like, and the whole release date thing, like, or like a whole release, not date, but event, would be a lot harder to do when you can't have a lot of people packed around each other. It makes sense, I understand that, but still, they didn't give an actual release date or anything. They just said it exists. They were also giving access to these consoles to a lot of people, mostly YouTubers. Snoop Dogg got a Series X, I think. iJustine got one. Austin Evans did a review of like the actual internal components, and who else was one? Linus got his early too. So it was almost like, is it released? Can I get this? Where do I pre-order it? All that kind of stuff. When do I pre-order it? So it was just really vague. It was a really vague launch, and it just didn't. It felt really just off, and there was no excitement. There was no build up. It was just like, yeah, it exists. It's happening, guys. Which it takes kind of the magic away of console launches. Even the Switch, this thing had a lot better of a launch, and it didn't even have that many games, anything. So I think this ninth generation, at least for Sony and Microsoft, was just not that great, and it's for both of them too. It's I'm not just pinning this on just Sony or just Microsoft. I think both of them had a pretty mediocre launch, or not even that, like not even mediocre. I'd say less than that. Which does suck because I really like the PlayStation line and the Xbox line. Obviously, I'm a hardcore Nintendo fan. Well, not that hardcore. But all of my consoles are Nintendo, so I'm a pretty big fan. But I have played those other consoles. I really do like them. Series X and PS5 I haven't gotten to play yet, but I am excited to. So if anybody gets one, I'll make sure to talk about it. But right now, for just impressions of the launch, not good. A shame. What else is there to talk about? I'm not really sure. I guess Cyberpunk again? No, I've already talked about that too much. There was a cool little trailer I saw of some gameplay that came out on a German website, or no, it was a German TV, and there was a lot of cool stuff in that, like Keanu Reeves, and there was like some kind of like glitchiness around him when he was in the game, so reinforcing that Johnny Silverhand is dead, but still in V's brain. That is really cool. But one thing that I did have on my mind a little bit was I don't know whether to make V a male or female. It should be straightforward and obvious that I should make him male because I am one. But for some reason, I always like using female characters in video games. It's some weird just thing I always do. And I am getting GTA very, very soon. And I'm thinking a female character. But I have like this rule for myself that I can only have one female character throughout all of gaming. So right now it's PUBG Mobile, but I don't even play that game, so I'm probably gonna revert that back. But yeah, I honestly don't know if I'm going to use it in Grand Theft Auto or Cyberpunk. Both of them are kind of RPGs, because of course GTA Online is practically an RPG, but so is Cyberpunk. And the question is, which game will I be playing more? Does it provide any perks? That kind of stuff. And honestly, I have no idea. So I asked people on Reddit, and I'm playing Puyo Puyo. Hold on. I asked some people on Reddit, and they said practically nothing. There was nothing they could really say. They were like, "Yeah, do what you want, man." I'm like, I don't know what I want. That's the thing. I like both. I think both of them is fine. And if for people who do play, for guys who play as a female character in video games, there is no shame in that. Obviously, because I do it. I'd be a hypocrite if I said that it is shameful. But I understand it. For some reason, if you just there are a few reasons that people might want to do that. Maybe they really think they are or want to be a girl, or they just think, hey, I can make my dream girl in this video game and play as them, or maybe they just connect more with a female character. For me, it's a mystery. I have no idea why I want to do that, but I thought of it as a problem, which a lot of people would say, no, it's not a problem. But because I thought it was a little weird, that's why I made that rule for myself. And so far, I've kept that rule. I tend to break a lot of my rules, which is not a good thing. But that one I have kept, which is really, really nice. But yeah, whether I'm going to use a female character in either of those games, I have no idea. Obviously, I think I've said this before, but my internet here is absolutely horrible. So I might not even play GTA Online for a while until, like, if I switch to Verizon or something. But yeah, so I honestly don't know if I'm going to even be playing that. Now, Cyberpunk, of course, I am going to be playing, and since that's a single-player game where you can customize characters, I probably will do female for that. When it comes to GTA, single player is just you're playing as Trevor, Michael, and Franklin, and online is where you can play as your own character. Now, obviously, you can play like a solo lobby, so you know the internet speed would still be fairly usable for me, and I wouldn't be lagging that much. But I would still, like to play with other people, and it would probably still be slow too, just because it has to be connected to the internet anyway. So that's where it's kind of like, well, which one am I going to play more, so there's a lot of different factors that have to be considered when I make my decision. And I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments, whether I should do male or female, or whether you just don't care, which is fine. But yeah, I'm interested to hear what people's perspectives on it, and any conversation that you guys want to have in the comments with me or other people, feel free. So yeah, the comment section is completely fair game. Go ahead, post whatever, unless it's something like super offensive that I'll take down. But yeah, go ahead, say whatever. Yeah, this video is a little bit weird. One, because I'm playing video games while talking, and two, because I kept saying the same things over and over. So I apologize for that. I am running dry on ideas of what to talk about. I kind of just sit down and think, what should I talk about? And then I come up with one topic, and then I'm like, well, what do I talk about now? So hopefully I will have better ideas for content in the future. Speaking of that, actually, I might have one of my friends making a video with me tomorrow. Whether that be... never mind. I was gonna say their names, but obviously you guys probably don't know them, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to make some videos with more people. Making videos by myself is fine. I think I enjoy it because I get to say my ideas and post them on the internet, which is always a great thing to do, and you will never be shamed for it, ever, I swear. But yeah, this video is getting a little bit long. I like to keep them around 10 minutes, so as soon as I finish this game of Puyo Puyo, I think I'm going to end it. But yeah, other things to talk about while I finish this game? I don't have a lot of things to talk about, to be honest. I'm excited to come back to school, though. Once all this goes away, I like being in person, personally. But for people who don't, that's fine. Stay online. I'm going to miss being able to stay home sick and not do any work. So, yeah, but I think that's going to be it for this video, and hopefully the next one will be better. So, yeah.